Good morning. It is Tuesday, 6:10 a.m., and we had a shocker overnight, I tell you that. Asia, China specifically, gave us some very, very negative data that has just really put the Casbah on the markets. The data that came out was this trade balance report. Very low number. Let's look at the history on this number. It's usually always 60. Very low number of 54 sent the markets reeling back in December. This is huge, people. This is 32. This is half of what they used to report traditionally. And given the fact that we know that the companies inside the Hang Seng report fudged numbers because they're told to fudge them, they're told what their targets need to be before the numbers are even reported. And then the country itself, the government, fudges the number again to portray whatever it wants to portray to the world. So we've all known that this number was always fudged. So when it gets down to half of what they used to report, you know something's really bad going on over there. I mean, I saw that number last night when it came out, and I said, "Holy MMM." I don't know what I said, but I said crap is what I said. I said, look at that number. So, sorry, folks, but it's really big. Now, I've got to say, China's done a wonderful job rebuilding its country, getting on the right track, getting some capitalism in. They just need a little bit more time. They got sunk into this huge global recession. It wasn't their fault, really. I mean, everybody's in this thing together, is what I'm trying to say. So I kind of feel sorry for them. But I think that it's all about everybody rebuilding their infrastructure now and getting a spark going. Instead of QE money, we need transportation infrastructure building. We need to get our engineers, our architects employed, our construction companies, the people working, and get a jobs initiative globally for everybody should have a job. That's what, ideally would be the only way to get us out of this. Otherwise, we're in a deflationary recession everywhere except for the United States. And the United States, apparently, we have some academic members of our Federal Reserve who think it would be a fine time to raise rates inside of a huge recessionary deflation. Where they get that, I don't know. But they're certainly not seeing what I'm seeing, and I don't think ever it's a good idea to raise inside of weakness. You don't do that. You raise rates when things get heated up to cool them off. You don't raise them to kick them off. You raise rates, it's going to plummet even more. They need to rethink their strategy, in my opinion. Let's look at the rules and disclosures on the website. They're always here, risk disclosure and the hypothetical performance disclaimer. What happened today on the chart will not likely repeat tomorrow. The markets are ever moving. That's why I never really bought into that relative volume theory, that volume on this bar is going to do, if it does what it did 20 bars ago, you're supposed to do X. I mean, I'm like, what? That's like saying if momentum did this 20 bars ago, it's going to do the same thing going forward. That's like nuts. The whole concept is flawed. I'm sorry, Daniel Rowe. But anyway, let me get going on my charts. Here is the direction guide. And we got the China news. And so we've had the Casbah put on this, and I would not be surprised to see this um, come back in. I don't care what OPEC says now, or Indonesia joining OPEC's, strategy of uncle calling and saying, we've gotten price way, way, way too low now. Let's pull it back and rally this up. I think it is um, going to be what you see is what you get on the deflationary figures. There's nobody buying anything. China has definitely put its imprint on the crude rally. Given that, gold is doing real well, so I'll probably watch gold. It's under a little bit of a pullback now. I think crude will be coming off this weekly daily 60-15. If the markets shrug off China and keep pushing up crude, um, it's going to fall hard. So be careful. Keep a tight stop on this. Again, on the E-mini, I would just be very, very cautious of any upside continuation of this weekly daily 60-15. Very cautious to buy into that. So I'm really going to be watching these markets carefully today to see how they react to this huge news about China's reporting. You know things are just not going well, folks, when they split their number in half and send it out there. That probably means that they're underwater. So now that I've cheered you all up, have a great day. Follow your systems. If it's going well in the system, actually you should be disregarding everything I just said and go with it. Doesn't matter what I said. It matters what the computer is telling you with your software. Isn't it good that you have the software and you don't have to listen to me all the time? Y'all be good. Bye-bye.